Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing another full face of drugstore makeup. Let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to be using today is my e.l.f. Perfect 10 palette in the shade Nude Mood. I'm going to be going into the third shade. And I'm also going to use my e.l.f. Eyebrow Duo brush. I'm going to be doing my makeup. So, I'll be right back. I need to get my mirror. So, I got my hand held near. So, let me turn like this. And again, just doing my brows still being all sweaty right now. Sorry, I know that's like gross. I kind of broke my computer. So I'm trying to figure out how to do this without dropping my computer. I'm kind of just like doing the best I can. And I'm also in better lighting. And I'm also taking the spoolie. And this is why I need so literally any video that I want to do. I'm gonna have to do on, well, I can still do it on my computer as long as I have it hooked up to the big screen, which is just the TV. So, now we're gonna go into the e.l.f. Brow Lift and my e.l.f. Brow Lift applicator. And you can see how well I love this stuff. So, I'm only taking about this much at the moment. And putting it on this brow. And trust me, I'll do some cleanup, some brow cleanup when I'm done now with the brow. I know this is so hard to see what I'm doing, but eventually it'll be over here and it'll be better. But I'm just doing a 3 times magnification, so it I really know that I'm really getting those perfect brows, like what I want. So I'm just getting a little bit more, like that much, and pretty much gluing down. What if I go like that? No, I'm just going. So I guess you. Alright. So now I'm gonna do some brow cleanup. So now I'm taking the spatula part of this applicator. I'm gonna clean it up around the brow. And just making sure my brows are perfect. Okay. So now that's all done. So now we're going to go into primers. Okay, there you are. So the first primer is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, which works wonderfully for me and my combination skin because it just makes everything grip to my face, and it's wonderful. And this is just very hydrating. Alright, so now I'm gonna kind of blend that in better, like that. Go around the face. Make sure everything is blended. Okay. Okay. So sorry, I'm trying to see something. Yeah, well that's kind of drying and getting tacky. Alright, next primer is the Neutrogena Prep and Correct Redness Correcting Primer, which it doesn't just correct redness on the face. It says it on the back. It's a green toned matte primer that is designed to help color correct redness, blur the look of pores, and even skin tone. It's made skin service to help makeup glide on easily. So it just, and it has seaweed ash extract in it. Alright, so let that all dry down. And we're gonna do a little more pore blurring once this all dries down. Oh, my nose itches. Which is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And I have the e.l.f. Putty Primer Applicator. Just taking that much. I'm going to put it here into this little bit. I'll smooth it out all over that area. Then we're going to take the brush side and we're going to go like that. And sometimes I'll take it in between my index and my middle finger and just really make sure that's blended in. So, like that. So then I'm going to take a little bit more. This shouldn't be too much longer. Just same amount. Shouldn't be too much longer before this is gone. And do the same thing. Put it right there. Just a little bit. Spread out across the area. And take the brush part and blend it. Now I know some people love using their fingers to blend it. I love using the applicator because it's so much easier, less messy. All that. So I love doing it that way. Okay. So now we're gonna let all the primers sit, and I'm gonna let all the primers sit for a minute, and then we'll go into eyeshadow primer and powder for that, and then we'll go into foundation and all that. Okay, so So we're letting that set. The e.l.f. Camo 16-hour Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Warm is what we're going to use for eyeshadow primer today. It's what we normally use. And I'm like coating the whole eye. And then we're going to use two different application methods to blend this out. So we're going to use the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush to pick up some of that product. We're not going to use anything damp today, because this is more of a sort of blended out, like smeared out, not smeared, smudged out, really blended look, and half of it not so much. Because today is going to be a little different, just because I want it to be. This is what I want. Because I found out that there's times that I actually like the look of not heavy makeup per se, but kind of makes it look like I have makeup on. That kind of look. I actually found out one day, because like I know how to do it and I can make it look good. It's probably what it is, where I can make it look good. Sorry, that like inner portion of my eye like really itches. That's probably why. There's a hair on my face. No wonder my face is so itchy. Okay. So now we're going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Fairlight and my Real Techniques Powder Puff to set these eyes, which I'm using the pink side of my powder puff, not the orange side. The orange side's for liquid, which eventually I'll end up trying for liquid. So I've always used it for powder, and I'm like, this don't seem right. Then I'm just taking my Real Techniques setting brush and lightly, like I'm barely touching the corner of my eye. Okay, like that. And not just the corner. Okay. So, sorry for the mess back here. Now I'm going to take more powder to set my other eye. Then we can move on to foundation and concealer and all the other goodies. Like that. Okay. Again, taking it in lightly, like barely touching lightly. Okay. So now we're going into foundation, which today I'm going to take the CoverGirl True Blend Hydrating Foundation. It's smoothing and natural finish, and this shade Buff Beige. And to apply that, I'm going to take the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, which the Expert Foundation Brush does work nicely for this kind of thing as well, but I just love the face brush a little bit. And I love this lighting in this mirror. The mirror, because it has 3 different magnifications, so then you can get up close and personal with one, and with the others, with our 2 of them. So you have the ×1, which is what I'm using kind of far away. And then on the back, in a minute, is a ×3 and a ×5. ×3 is a little more closer and personal, and ×5 is really close and personal. And it just helps you know that you're really, really blended. So all those are for, just to let you know that you're really, really blended out and your makeup looks flawless. Which my makeup always looks flawless. And I'm kind of taking the brush and helping push that up into my hairline, which I'm gonna need to wash my hair again tonight. This is the sucky part. So pretty much what happened, because I said that I wanted to use these up in 2 weeks, or try to, well, it's kind of hard when you're busy. like really busy. So now it's going to be more. I'm going to try to use them up by June 19th. These products right here, and the other ones will just go over. So now I have my Real Techniques sponge. I'm going to use the bottom part to get as much excess product as I can. And like really blend it into my hairline. And the sponge can be used again. So there we go. Now we're gonna use concealer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to first go into the Maybelline Fit Me, and I'm gonna use ×3 magnification, magnification, since I'm going to be doing the carving out my brows, and I'm using an e.l.f. small concealer brush. That's what I call it, a small concealer brush. And I don't have my paper with me, so I'm just using the back of my hand like I used to. And I said 3 times magnification. So I want to get really close. And personal with my face. And kind of melting off. So what I'm gonna do really quickly once I'm done with this is I'm gonna use some setting spray and set my face really quick because my makeup's kind of melting off. What? I'm doing a makeup tutorial really quick. So I'm going to use some setting spray to help that. This is also a way to help make it dry faster. So I can powder it. So now, going in with a little bit more. And going back, that same. It's spraying here. Okay. Note this really quick. It's spraying here. But the way our spraying is going so far, it literally feels like summer. And it's literally summer temperatures right now. So again, I'm going to use some setting spray, which is my e.l.f. Stay on Night Micro Friends setting mist. Oops. Sorry. Just to kind of set everything. Didn't really help, but It's just to help set everything so then we're not, my makeup's literally not melting off. So now I'm going to go into the Wet n Wild Photo Finish Concealer in Light Honey. And I'm going to put this on my under eyes. Which the applicator is super small. That it just fits right in the inner corner. Just fine. Then we're going to go all over the face with more of the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. And this is in the shade Fair. It's literally coming off. So I'm literally, it's coming off. With my wand. So it's fine though. So now we're going to use the Camo Concealer Sponge by e.l.f. I'm going to blend that out. The makeup's literally melting off right now, but it works. Alright, so now we're going to use the other side, sorry. And kind of go like that and kind of blend it out. So then, going to do, after the rest of our cream products, going to do another setting spray. Mist to oh no, how do we explain this? Kind of help set everything. So then we're going to go into the e.l.f. Halo Glow Contour Wand in the shade Fairlight, which is the lightest shade they have, which actually works. White. Nice for my skin tone. Which I had to squeeze some out to get it to show up. So that shows you how empty, or how close to empty it is. My nose itches. This is why I'm doing a lot of makeup tutorials. Because then it just gets my face used to wearing makeup. I'm sorry, I can't anymore. It itched. Super, super itchy. You know, just kind of go like that. Which is fine because I'm also doing nose contour. So it's going to kind of cover it up. Literally. But it just... I'm gonna have to do that more. But like I said, it just goes to show how close to empty. Like literally, it's so close to empty. So now I'm going over everything I just did. Then I'm also going to use ×5 magnification, so this one right here. Giving it a quick blend. And since I'm almost out of the contour wand, what's gonna happen now, when this is actually all the way gone, is I'm just gonna use bronzer until that's gone. But speaking of bronzer, really quickly actually, I'm going to use this, and I'm just gonna use this. Kind of created more of a shadow than I needed. That's fine. We're going to go into the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in Tan Lines. This is where my back of my hand's going to come in handy again. Make that sure that's sheared out. And then we're going to use the front. Whatever you want to call it. Alright. So now, cream blush. We've got two different cream blushes. First, we're going to go into the e.l.f. Putty Blush in the shade Bora Bora. It's a pretty bubblegum pink. And we're going to use ×3 magnification for this one. I'm just lightly swiping it on my cheeks because this is so pigmented. Both the blush and the bronzers are, but since this is so pigmented, I wanted to use ×3 magnification to kind of take that pigment, help take that pigment down really well. Because I'm also going to layer it up with a shimmery blush, which works well on its own, and so this is pretty much done. Okay, so now we're going to go into the e.l.f. Halo Glow Blush Wand in the shade Rose You Slay. Just gonna take 2 dots on both sides. And I'm gonna take this pink Fragile looking sponge. And blend that really well. I'm also using 3x magnification on this. Almost done. There's like way too much blush. What? Yeah. Yes. No. Hold on. Alright. Okay. Why is my... Okay, that's weird. That was hot. What was I? Oh yeah. Okay. Cream highlighter. Which is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Highlight Wand in liquid gold. I'm just gonna use. I'm kind of doing like a half no mirror challenge, half mirror. What do you want, my pretty girl? So now, oops. Now this, I'm using ×3 magnification. It's kind of melting off. Okay. So that's hot. Now I'm going to take this angled brush here. And this is where we're going to take it on the inside of the cap and on the applicator. And we're going to go like that. We're going to highlight that brow bone. And that's and I just got a text message and I think I know who it is, so I want to go take care of that. While I let this kind of set and stuff. I'll be right back again. Alright, so now we're going to do the second round of setting spray. And then we'll do one more. So, really quickly, I'm going to take my powder puff. I'm going to go inside the little thing And I'm going to set my under eyes, and set that concealer with that. And I'm gonna do the light set, the baking, all that. I'm just doing this first. Okay. I'm just going like this. Baking's gonna need to happen very bad. So now I'm gonna take my powder puff. We're going to make it to where I can bake. Like I said, and I forgot the nose contour. Oh well. I think it's best I don't do nose contour. Because like I said, we really need to bake. Make this base because for one, my makeup's melting off. For two, when I was doing the light setting, yes, it was sticking, but it wasn't setting as it should. If that makes sense. So it's like I need to bake. my face today. And I usually bake anyways, but it's like today especially. Just to help this stick.